Buckle up, because today we're diving into a heartwarming tale about Skeletina and the bright side of the moon. Picture this: Skeletina, a young skeleton with polished bones, is wandering through the shadowy woods. Usually she's a curious wanderer, but today something is different. Her once bright skull feels dull. The world around her seems colder, and her bones a little heavier. It all started with small misfortunes. Her favorite cloak tore, her usual path was blocked by a mudslide, and the squirrels had stolen her lunch. She sighed, feeling the weight of each disappointment. "What's the point of it all?" she muttered, kicking a pebble. "It's like the universe is just against me." As Skeletina dragged herself along, she heard a rustle in the underbrush. A large, wild figure emerged, a feral werewolf, her best friend. His fur was a mix of silver and midnight black, his yellow eyes glinting with mischief. "Hey, Skeletina," he greeted with a toothy grin. "You look like you've been run over by a herd of angry zombies. What's going on?" Skeletina slumped, her skeletal shoulders sagging. "I'm just having one of those days. Everything feels wrong. I can't seem to catch a break." The werewolf tilted his head. "That's rough. But you know what? Let me show you something." Before Skeletina could protest, the werewolf leaped over a fallen log. Skeletina, feeling curious, followed. The werewolf led her to a high ridge where they could see the whole forest. The moon was full, casting a soft silver light. "Look at that," the werewolf said, pointing at the sky. "See that moon? It's big, bright and beautiful, but it's not always full. Sometimes it's just a sliver or hidden behind clouds. It has its bad days too." Skeletina looked up at the moon. "I see it, but how does that help me?" The werewolf smirked. "Well, the moon doesn't let those bad days stop it from shining. And the same goes for us. You choose your own happiness, Skeletina. Even when it feels like things are bad, you can find the bright side." "So you're saying things could be worse?" The werewolf's grin grew wider. "Exactly. You could be stuck in a grave with your bones scattered. You could be chased by angry hunters, or worse, you could be one of those skeletons who forgets to laugh. Now that is a real tragedy." Skeletina chuckled. "I suppose you're right. It could always be worse." The werewolf nodded. "You got it. And hey, if you ever need a reminder, just look at me. I might be a bit of a mess, but I'm living my best life. I'm free to howl at the moon and eat whatever I want." Skeletina laughed again, this time with a little more spark. "I think I needed that reminder. Thanks, my friend." The werewolf wagged his tail. "Any time. And remember, tomorrow's a new day, so what do you say we find something fun to do? Maybe go jump in a mud puddle or race through the trees? We'll make it a good day." Skeletina's bones felt a little lighter. "I'd like that. A lot." As the two friends ran through the forest, howling and laughing, Skeletina couldn't help but smile. With a friend like the werewolf, she knew she could always find a way to chase the darkness away. Because happiness isn't about waiting for things to get better. It's about making the best of what you have. And sometimes that means laughing at the silly things and running wild under the moon. Thanks for watching, and remember to find your bright side, even on the darkest nights. See you next time.